Our story begins in ancient Greece, a vibrant land of philosophers, artists, and warriors. Here democracy flourishes while city-states like Athens stand as beacons of culture. Yet across the Aegean Sea lies a growing empire with ambitions as vast as the lands it covets, Persia. Buckle up as we explore a clash of civilizations that will redefine the ancient world. Behind Persia's formidable reputation stood Cyrus, a ruler of remarkable political and military genius. Through strategic alliances and shrewd diplomacy, Cyrus expanded his empire, subduing the mighty Babylonians and offering unexpectedly benevolent rule. This was a stark departure from the brutality common in ancient conquests and fostered a sense of unity within the vast Persian domain. Generations later, Cyrus's successors continued to build upon his legacy, shaping Persia into a vast empire stretching from Egypt to India. The Greek city-states on the western frontier, jealous of Persia's wealth and wary of its expanding power, became caught in the crosshairs of Persian ambition, especially as some Greek cities under Persian rule revolted, inviting the empire's retribution. Across the Aegean Sea, fueled by calls for freedom, Greek cities in Ionia dared to defy Persian rule. Their rebellion, known as the Ionian Revolt, although ultimately crushed by Persia, was seen by both sides as a pivotal moment. For the Greeks, it was a heroic stand against tyranny. For the mighty Persian king Darius, it was an audacious insult demanding swift and devastating revenge. Darius unleashed his formidable army onto Greek soil, meeting Athenian forces at Marathon in 490 BC. The outcome would forever be etched into history. Despite facing overwhelming Persian numbers, the Athenian army, disciplined and armed with superior armor, used cunning tactics to secure a decisive victory, pushing back the Persian invaders and etching their names in legends of military triumph. The Persian king Darius would never forget the humiliation at Marathon. His dying wish to his son and heir Xerxes, avenge him and conquer all of Greece. Fueled by his father's desire for conquest, Xerxes spent years amassing a formidable army, seeking to make his enemies tremble before the might of Persia. Imagine engineering marvels defying limitations. That was the bridge of boats constructed for Xerxes' massive army to cross the Hellespont Strait. This feat of engineering, a symbol of Xerxes' determination and the Persian Empire's reach, shocked and awed onlookers as a massive land army marched over water towards Greece, emphasizing the serious threat posed. The narrow pass at Thermopylae became a bottleneck of destiny as 300 Spartans, led by King Leonidas, stood firm against Xerxes' hundreds of thousands. Holland illustrates the strategic brilliance of the Spartans, holding back a far larger force for days while significantly thinning their ranks with calculated charges. Although doomed, their sacrifice at Thermopylae became a testament to Greek bravery and fueled later resistance. Victorious at Thermopylae, Xerxes advanced into Greece, the flames of Athens, willingly evacuated in heartbreaking yet strategic retreat by the Greeks, serving as a beacon of Persian power. Tom Holland paints vivid imagery of cities' destruction, showcasing the heavy price even temporary defeat extracted. Yet amongst the ruins lay the embers of resilience and ultimate vengeance. With their city in ruins but spirits high, the Greek navy strategically lured the overconfident Xerxes and his massive fleet into the narrow straits of Salamis. The ensuing battle, artfully recreated in Holland's narrative, saw Greek ingenuity and naval expertise shine as smaller, maneuverable ships decimated the Persian fleet. It marked a turning point in the Greco-Persian War, swinging momentum decisively from empire back to underdog. After Salamis's shattering loss, a shaken Xerxes returned to Persia, leaving his general Mardonius and still considerable army to finish off mainland Greece. It was a miscalculation. A final decisive battle unfolded in Plataea in 479 BC, and Holland vividly brings this clash of titans, marking the end of the Persian dream of European conquest. The Greek forces, displaying a newfound unity and skill in warfare, decisively routed Persia, shattering their reputation for invincibility for good. Though Persian Fire primarily chronicles clashes of empires during their early encounters, it doesn't end before emphasizing the legacy of Greek victory in ushering a classical-era cultural renaissance. Cities like Athens thrived during this golden age. Philosophers, artists, and playwrights, those we still know by name today, were nourished by this hard-fought autonomy, showcasing the inherent connection between freedom and cultural flourishing. Yet, Holland is no romanticizer. Victory exacted a price. What started as Persia attempting to dominate Greeks, in time birthed internal conflict between former allies like Sparta and Athens, ultimately harming them in the long run. The very alliances and collaborative spirit that had defeated Persia ironically cracked under the pressures of self-preservation. Even after millennia, Tom Holland expertly demonstrates that the lessons of Persian Fire remain intensely relevant, reminding us of clashing cultural identities we still see play out on the world stage. This book encourages thoughtful consideration about power's nature, its temptations, its fleeting nature, and those lasting legacies exceeding any single person's lifespan. Holland delivers an account going beyond what history taught many. Rather than a simplistic good versus bad narrative, he invites readers to consider ancient conflicts from the often overlooked Persian perspective. This approach challenges us to view events critically, recognizing nuances that provide richer comprehension. For years, popular narrative presented Greco-Persian wars via heavily Greek-centric lens. Tom Holland subverts this through meticulously researched narratives, humanizing both sides, equally highlighting inherent shortcomings along their paths towards greatness, or infamy, depending on which angle is being explored. Persian Fire, while chronicling military genius, isn't merely some dry chronicle only about battles fought long ago. Readers gain insight into daily lives, aspirations or fears faced by ancients like us, whether they're Persian subjects or those defending Athenian ideals we often associate solely with democracy at its finest. Holland explores complex ripple effects of war even on individual lives. How does this impact art developed in upcoming generations? Do philosophy schools arise due to newfound contemplation? Only possible after weathering these storms together. Persian Fire ignites similar questions in you. While ancient history often gets painted in broad strokes, Persian Fire invites you on a journey to discover how echoes from that defining clash built what surrounds us today. From governance philosophies to cultural interweavings, our very world is colored by clashes long ago. Subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss new content like this. Let us know down below. What intrigued you most about Persian Fire? Or maybe you have questions for us? Leave your insights down in the comments. Let's get a discussion going. Did this quick breakdown encourage you to add Persian Fire to your reading list?